Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in and welcome to another MoisTea gaming video. I'm going to give you a quick sit rep on what's going on for the newer viewers and anyone who has just needs a little catching up. Up in the north we actually did our first attack in Calais. So now we're going to have to keep doing that and have more troops available at Hazebrook. I strongly suspect that the enemy are going to be reinforcing this region. Doing that should cut the British off from the war and also encircle Dunkirk. Enemy have lots of troops floating around this area, so we have to keep our guard up. This section of the front is where things are a little bit chaotic right now. Verdun is currently encircled. This means 1 star will be removed each turn, and they cannot attack from this region or move from. As long as we prevent the enemy from taking any of these provinces, we are good. This tile was left undefended, so we threw a load of troops into it, and I'm hoping in the next turn we can grab one of these as well, spreading the enemy even thinner. Doing that will encircle all of this area actually, which will be very nice. And over here we are now scheming to go straight down to Troyes to have another encirclement. So we've got about 3-4 fronts on the go, or at least active zones. We've just managed to unlock the bombers for the first time. They featured in the previous episode. How effective they were is debatable, but they were flying around bombing things. Possible research that we're going to go for is the elites. We'll have 3 more research points to get that. Having the improved sights, which improves the damage dealt by standard rifle fire. That will also be nice. We have a mission which wants us to get the agent housing, but I don't really care about the intelligence branch too much right now. We did this one right at the beginning. Wartime bonds cost us a fair bit of cash, but we are getting 1,600 quid a turn, and it is paying off in absolute droves now. I do want this mortar. When the enemy take a line of trenches, having one of these floating about will hammer them in the trench. Getting the tank is a definite want. However, we've got a lot of tech to get before we unlock that. So it's probably going to be the stormtroopers first. Few death stacks by the enemy floating around. We need to make sure that we do not lose any of these provinces. We've recently taken this, so they only have 1 star. We have 5 cores stationed there, while the enemy have 9 in the adjacent tile. I'm hoping though, seeing as we have lots of attacking forces going on, that the enemy will not be able to actually attack themselves due to low cash reserves and low supply. So far that's been the case. Next step now is to take Sojian. Let's get in, and hopefully we will do this destroy 3 observation balloons as well. We did actually destroy 2, so I don't know what's going on there. The other mission is this, but this, again, that intelligence one, I don't really care about it too much. As you can see, national will is just getting better and better and better. Once this section of the front is dealt with and Calais is gone, we're going to stream right down to Paris and see how that goes out. I'm hoping the enemy don't run out of national will before that. No sign of the Americans yet. We're still in September 1915. Let's launch this attack and see what the enemy does. It reckons it'll be a stalemate. We have some elite units available. The enemy have 5 cores here, so this might be a bit of a bloodbath. If we had better intelligence services, we could see exactly what the enemy have here. But we don't, so yeah. We've already had a battle here, so we do have some trenches already laid out. This will be where the RT is stored, and so on and so on. I reckon we're going to go for B first. I'm hoping that the enemy stick some of these trenches back together. There's a lot of firing zones that the enemy can hit me from here, so it's a little bit concerning. A isn't much better. Neither is C and the command trench area. However, if we go for B, if B and C are connected, we can run around and then hopefully flank this command center. And then wiggle our way over here. As my regular viewers are aware, I am a big fan of the elite troops. I have plenty of them ready to go. They are best in the trenches compared to standard infantry. Let's get the balloon up. Yes, I'm remembering to use it lately. Oh, they have a lot floating around. They have connected up. That is good for us. We can actually go all the way around and take everything. Just going to see if the enemy attack. I'm going to have to destroy that balloon. They will have artillery. I'll just get rid of that. I'm going to start bombarding them. Let's get that balloon out of the way. And bombarding this front. I want to see if the enemy will have a gander first. That would be very good for us. This is looking very strong position. We've got 2 MGs at the back, which means we won't get rid of them for ages. I'm genuinely thinking running straight into here is going to be the best option. If I can weaken all of these surrounding units with artillery fire, that should reduce any casualties that we will take on the offensive first run. More artillery shells are raining down. More artillery barrages. Even more artillery barrages. The balloon is destroyed. We're coming over for a little gander, actually. While I've about to done a rejig. Get. Shoot them, please. There we go. Getting murdered now. Oh no. The enemy spotted our gathering. Now they're all getting murdered, so that's not too bad. We are now hitting them again. Need to suppress these. Hopefully this will be enough. These need suppressing. Not sure what those are doing, but I'm going to send them home. Send these guys home. Get in that trench, please, chaps. One's at the back are now shooting. That's it. Get in. There we go. Right, we are now in. That is the hardest part. If we can hold this, we are good. These units at the back are probably going to wiggle around. Let's keep going. Move these across, seeing as the enemy are now going to be bombarding that section. We can just keep them happy. We are good. To send these units forwards. Artillery is placed to assist. We also have lots of RT going on down in this direction. We need to weaken these troops. Get these guys in as fast as possible. Give this assault a bit more spine. Keep sending more troops in. These are going to need suppression. Should have done that a little while ago, but doesn't matter. We are now a little bit more in the trench than what we were before. Send these over. Send them in there. Excellent. We want to try and take A just to be able to stop the timer. We need to keep this section strong as well. We need to move these across. They're just going to get slaughtered. This is the challenge that you face. These troops need to go home. Going to have more artillery down. Need to send these troops home before the French get in there. Send them home now. And get more supply by doing this. These troops seem to have gotten a little bit stuck. Not too sure what's happening there, but we can move these ones over. And move these ones up. If I go one, they should be able to shoot them. I think they're doing it. Arguing about it a little bit, not gonna lie. Keep moving troops over there. If we can keep this section up front occupied, we are good. Let's get these troops in. This section is going okay. These are running across. We need to get these troops in there quickly. We have a melee action going on. And they are supplying plentifully. Let's get more RT down. RT is placed. We're capturing this region, but they are getting fired on. That isn't very good. We'll have to be aware of that. Over here, we're bombing them quite nicely, though. We can start taking this. That will be a big win for us. Let's keep the pressure on. They can't reinforce from this side anymore, so we can start filtering these troops out a lot better. We could also keep going around there, but we'll just keep them happy for now. Over here is our main focus for the time being. We're gonna have to keep pushing. This will also give us a better reinforcement area. These troops ready to join. Let's get them in. They may get shot from this section. However, seeing as they are only a very weak unit in that portion of the trench, I'm not too concerned. These need to be sent home. You need to go in there. These machine guns are going to be a problem. Don't deal with them soon. Just need more troops in. Let's get some filtering in. They are still bringing in more reinforcements. Painfully, they've stopped using artillery, which is nice. Doesn't mean we're out the woods yet, though. If I could just keep some weaker units down here shooting anything that decides to have a gander over the top, that would be beneficial for us. These are going to get hammered, unfortunately. Do with a bit of support, really. We need those machine guns gone. Actually getting a little bit cautious now of using artillery, as I'm going to start running out of supply. I can only bring in 21 more units of the casuals, not the elites, which means we will take more losses. I'm debating if we're going to have enough supply for this one, not going to lie. They do appear to have slowed down. Maybe they're running low on supply as well. Can't guarantee that, though. I need to make sure I have enough. I have to keep sending these troops forward. I do suspect they have run out. Oh, they're going to get knackered very shortly. Come on, lads, we can do it. The Belgians are being persistent, running in. Need to restock this as well. Another thing I need to pay for. Running troops up there, though, will cost us in lives, as the enemy have it pretty well secured. Let's send these home. Yeah, they'll get shot, but I don't think that counts towards the losses. I'm not too sure. If someone could confirm that with me, that would be very good. Did I send you up as well? Nope. Let's get these troops in. They must have run out because they're not really sending any more. Well, maybe a couple, but only from what they have removed themselves, which is very good for us. We can get more in now. That machine gun is shooting me. Didn't realise. That is not good. We can get them running around and we'll be alright. They're doing okay as well. We can start... Oh, the time. Oh, I forgot about the time. I've never had a problem with time before. We're going to have to rush in now a little bit. Oh, we really are going to have to rush in. We need to take this area quickly. Everyone's going to just have to go for it. You can go home, however. We can just get that time stopped. We're okay. Get these in. We've got the time to stop. If I can suppress this, we can see what's just over here. Send one over. Hopefully that won't be waste. We can send more troops over here and get these guys in. Once we've got these in, we'll be on, hopefully onto a winner. We are now taking this area as well, which is good. Gonna have to rush C, however. Let's just get some units up there and see what happens. Timer is still paused. We're capturing this section. We'll get one troop round there to destroy that MG. You there to stop that. You're capturing that section. You're holding this. We might have this in the bag. Need more units down here though. We need to start capturing what is in this section. Hand combat is in action. We did actually just take care of that MG. Somehow must have been in range. They must be out of supply. We can even use one of these to take care of these guns which they have here. Once we've got 2 units in this trench, we will have enough to then take it. Especially with just this one here as well as a backup. We'll be alright. We've nearly got this now. Should be the last of them. The timer is still paused on 4.5 minutes. Kind of forgot about the time in this one, but it doesn't really matter. We've managed to scrape it together quite well. We lost the trench in the center command, but we're going to get it with this final troop now. We actually only have 26 supply left. Not great, but we did the job. This is their last point. The timer is still paused. If one of the points is contested, then that's it. We're all good. And this should be the last enemy troop that they have. And now we're just waiting to capture this. There we go. Not a bad do. There we go. The sweep has happened. Let's have a look. Not a bad result. We've taken it. Cost us more than what I would have liked, but it doesn't matter. It cost the enemy more. 7,000, whereas they lost maybe 9,000. I'll still take that. That is an attack. You can't get those figures too often. I did use a lot of elites though. That may have been why the numbers were a little bit low. If we'd have had more supply, I would have definitely used more artillery. What a good do. We have now taken that territory as well. The national will is even more in our favour. I don't know how long the Allies are going to sustain this for. While we're on it, I'd just like to say, everyone who has subscribed previously and recently, good thank you to you, simply because I'm now on 2,000 subscribers. It's actually making a bit of something now. Thank you very much for your support, and I hope to continually entertain you. No more attacks are actually possible really for us from here. I suspect the enemy want to attack, but whether they can or not, I don't think they will. Let me know in the comments what you think of this current strategy. We're going to go for potentially 3 encirclements. And then move on to Calais and straight down to Paris. Nothing much to do now other than end the turn. Let's have a look. Oh, they are attacking. Oh, this is going to be a juicy one. I'm glad we put that supply depot there. We have to make sure that we do not get a great loss. Otherwise, Verdun will no longer be encircled. And they will have 9 cores which can just happily run about. That will spoil everything. Let's do this battle now, shall we? While we're waiting, make your predictions on what the AI will do. Will they launch lots of artillery and just keep on coming? Or will they just kind of flop like they've done before? Let me know. Make a prediction on casualties as well and then compare it to the end result. We haven't fought a battle on this hex from this direction yet. So this will also be a fresh set of trenches. Looking at the map, I strongly suspect the enemy will be able to bombard us with their artillery. We don't have air support here. That is a bit of annoying. Here we go. This is what I've done. I got this lot over here. Fairly thick. We got this option over here. Again, a few different layers. The main outpost is the strongest section with 2 MGs in it as well, with RT and a balloon, which I desperately need to stick up. The enemy have a balloon on this side, which could indicate that they are going to move on to X. Y, I've just got 2 units there for now, as it's covered from everywhere else for the time being. Might even move these troops up. That is a good shout, actually. I will do that. Not too sure where the enemy are going to be coming from. I've got that balloon there for when, if and when one side falls. I'm presuming the enemy have lots of artillery at their disposal. Not too sure what the range is going to be. If needs be, I will fall back from one of these sections and hold this main blob. We can bring in currently 52 more divisions with the supply that we've got. I'm hoping... Oh, they've got planes for the first time. Okay, the enemy have been busy. They've finally got the planes. I'm going to have to bring that balloon down. It looks like they're going for it. Yes, they are. That is not good. Okay, the enemy have been moving along. We do not have air support. I think it will only be fighters and not the bombers. This just changes the whole campaign now. I'm going to have to deal with the enemy airplanes. Look at them flying around. I can't bring up my balloon again until they have disappeared. Thankfully, we have some decent viewage. We still won't know which side the enemy are going to be going on for, though. These will go away when they run out of fuel. Currently, they can't really do anything, but that alone cost them 30 supply, which... There's 3 artillery barrages. Okay, they are going for this section here. I do have artillery. This was the side that I was hoping they weren't going to be firing on. They're all coming around this way. Thankfully, both of my artilleries can get in. They don't seem to be very heavy on the artillery because all of my units are now happily shooting. They have got in, however. We are murdering them quite well, but they are getting in. More suppression. They've gone for the light artillery. I think they've only got 1 battery, though. We have murdered a lot of them just there. We could even take this back. quite happily. We're going to have to send some of these troops over. Make sure we have enough. I'll also send these troops over as well. The enemy do seem to pick one side and stick with it. Please don't be a bomber. Oh, they've got bombers. I hope that's not a harassment mission. If it is, we could be in trouble. They must have used lots of technology on that straight away. Let's move these troops up. Here come more of them. Coming from over here as well. Thankfully, we have troops still stationed there. This is going to cost them a lot, but they're going to keep coming. Can get more artillery down. Each one of these, though, costs me the same as a infantry unit. Oh, we're not... Yeah, they're not doing very well. They've not used artillery on this occasion. We're getting cut down pretty good. This is what we need. We can start sending some of these troops in. You go in there, just make sure they actually get in the trench themselves. Coming through the forest, I need this front line strong. And I need these rear lines strong as well, as they will be firing on the enemy. If you have two in like this, for example, one very good or one a bit flimsy, then you can swap them around. So the one with more men shoots. Ah, excellent. The enemy has decided for a ceasefire. I will accept that. The Allies stop their assault and the troops are standing down. Excellent. That is what we needed. Surprised they had the money to continue doing that. What did that cost them? It's got to be a lot, hasn't it? Oh wow, look at that ratio. They lost 5,500 troops. They lost, sorry, we lost 900. That is fantastic news. I'll take that any day. Another crushing blow to the national will of the Allies. We have held firm. And it is now October. The snow will be returning soon. We have 2 more research points and lots of gold reserves. October 1915, our series of combat victories has not gone unnoticed by the people. Recruitment is up, and pride in our accomplishments is all the people talk about. Well, I'm not surprised with that national will. Look at the state of that. That's brilliant. I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for tuning in. We shall continue this. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.